Today, my office and the FBI are announcing the arrest of Daniel Park, a Washington state resident charged in a federal criminal complaint with Title 18, United States Code Section 2339A, providing and attempting to provide material support to a terrorist, the man who committed a suicide car bombing of the American Reproductive Centers in Palm Springs, California. Mr. Park was arrested last night at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City after returning to the United States from Poland, where law enforcement officials there detained him. He's expected to make his initial court appearance today in the United States District Court in Brooklyn, New York. I want to sincerely thank our colleagues at the FBI for their determination and thoroughness in investigating this act of domestic terrorism. I also want to thank Polish law enforcement who detained and ultimately deported Park last night to the United States. Our citizens deserve to live in a country where they feel safe. We will continue to pursue all leads. This is an ongoing active investigation, and we'll bring anyone involved to justice. The sole fatality of last month's act of terror was the bomber himself, 25-year-old Guy Edward Barkas of 29 Palms, California. The bomb injured numerous victims, destroyed the clinic's building, and damaged surrounding buildings and areas, causing a debris field of approximately 250 yards in size. During the investigation, law enforcement learned of Barkas's pro-mortalist, anti-natalist, and anti-pro-life extremist ideology. We also learned that the bomber had help. Mr. Park, who shares Barkas's extremist beliefs, is accused of shipping approximately 180 pounds of ammonium nitrate, an explosive precursor commonly used to construct homemade bombs, to Barkas. Park paid for an additional 90 pounds of ammonium nitrate that was shipped to Barkas in the days leading up to the Palm Springs attack. Law enforcement learned that Park spent approximately 2 weeks visiting Barkas's residence in 29 Palms in late January and early February of this year, spending time together, running experiments in Barkas's garage, where the FBI recovered large quantities of chemical precursors and laboratory equipment after the bombing, as described in the complaint filed today in court. We also know that Park, days after the bombing, left the United States to go to Europe. We're asking that he be detained without bail. That's correct. And that is the presumption under the terrorism charges that we've alleged. Congress has set a presumption that he cannot be released. And let me just say that the philosophy of this anti-pro-life ideology, we do believe that that's the reason they targeted this fertility clinic. They don't believe people should be new life should be created, that it should be not created without consent. I don't know really what that means, but that is the reason that we believe that they likely targeted the location that they did. That's why we're calling this a terrorist attack. The location was not a coincidence.
Park was in possession of an explosive recipe that was similar to the Oklahoma City bombing. We believe that Park had knowledge of how to create and an ANFO bomb, ammonium nitrate fuel oil bomb. Park's social media posts indicate that he was attempting to recruit others of like-minded ideology and discuss these things on internet forums. We've discussed previously that a phone was found near the bombing site, and a video recording found on that phone captured Barkas talking to the camera and going back and forth from the car to the phone that was to the car that was parked in front of the fertility clinic. Barkas remained in the car for approximately 30 minutes until the explosion occurred. I think our biggest fear is that fear of the unknown, and that these two subjects weren't really being tracked by any law enforcement agency, and the fact that they could, on their own, put together such a destructive device.
Did they go to?
I just got here about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago.
And then the closure.